Good afternoon, everybody. It is currently 2:21 p.m. on this Friday afternoon. Good Friday, by the way. So, if you celebrate Easter, happy Good Friday to you. It is Holy Week here in this time of the year, and as we go throughout the day today, we have a lot of stuff to talk about. We do have a severe thunderstorm risk today, so without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into it. Here's the latest outlook here by the Storm Prediction Center. The Storm Prediction Center has a 2 out of 5 risk for Indiana, especially western portions of Indiana, central and northwest Indiana in particular, in areas shaded in yellow. But we also have a marginal risk, a 1 out of 5, shaded in dark green, which does accompany all of northeast Indiana, east central Indiana, as well as southwest lower Indiana, with general thunderstorms further to the south around Corydon, Evansville, over towards the Cincinnati metro area. Right now, the main hazards here tonight do include hail and damaging winds as a primary risk. So tornado risk here later tonight is quite low. It's not zero, but we don't have all the ingredients together to really promote tornadogenesis, and we shouldn't have to worry about tornadoes too much tonight, which is great news. Let me know in the chat and let me know if you can hear me okay. That'd be great. This is a new software that we are using here, so I want to make sure everything sounds okay and you guys can hear me properly. That would be great if you can let me know in the chat. We got Christopher in here, Julie in here. Great to see you guys here on this Friday afternoon. It's a hot one out there. I know it's crazy to say that I am using the word hot in April, but I'm not used to it yet, and 80 degrees feels quite warm. It's a good warm though. It feels okay, but it's quite warm when you don't have a breeze. Sounds great. Great to hear that, Julie. Without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at the models here, and we'll go ahead and time this out here. Go ahead and refresh this a little bit. All right, 18Z is not loaded. We'll go back to 12Z. So we'll go ahead and time this out here. So really the synopsis today, we're going to have a cold front that's going to be approaching the state here later this evening. Storms are expected to fire. This is 8 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. A few scattered storms expected in Illinois. And the reason why we don't have thunderstorms developing this afternoon, despite having a lot of instability, is because we are capped. A capping occurs when we have a warm layer of stable air in the mid-low levels of the atmosphere, and it acts like a cap. It actually prevents storms from firing at all. And that is why we have a beautiful sunny day outside today, despite being a little bit breezy. We are windy, winds out of the southwest at about 15 to 25 miles an hour, and a few sporadic gusts over 40 miles per hour have been reported throughout the state. In fact, just to our neighbors to the west outside Dayton, there was a measured report of 48 miles per hour a little bit earlier this afternoon. So we do have a lot of mixing going on. The sun is heating the air, and that air is wanting to rise, and that is also helping warm our temperatures up today. We have really strong air out of the south that's bringing us our warm, moist air out of the Gulf of Mexico and into the lower Great Lakes region today. So that's one of the reasons why we are so warm here today. But because of that cap in place, that stable layer of warm air aloft, we are not going to have thunderstorms during the day today. In fact, we need a trigger. We need something to help get storms up and through that cap. And the best way to explain a cap for you guys that don't know is like shaking a soda bottle. You're shaking a soda bottle, you have all the bubbles, the pressure's building inside, but the bubbles can't go anywhere with the lid on. Until you take that lid off, that potential energy becomes kinetic energy. And that's essentially what we have in the atmosphere today. The sun is shaking the soda bottle, we have a lot of rising air, but the storms can't form because we have a cap. We have a lid on the atmosphere today, and that lid is expected to weaken here as we go through around sunset tonight. We're expecting to have some thunderstorms develop as the cold front moves through. Here we are at 8 p.m. here tonight. Scattered showers and thunderstorms across Illinois. Expected to become a little bit more widespread. Here's 11 o'clock tonight. A little bit northwest Indiana could have a few showers and thunderstorms, but look how kind of messy it looks on radar. Nothing really organized like what we've seen in past severe weather events this year. A lot of times, or at least in past events this year, we were talking about a QLCS or a line of storms. We don't really see that here. We just kind of see a big conglomerate of showers and embedded thunderstorms kind of mingling and messing around each other, interfering with each other. So confidence is quite low, in fact, in widespread severe weather, because we don't really have real strong indications of storms getting very organized and to support widespread severe weather. But we do have enough ingredients in place today that some of these storms could be strong to severe, especially with large hail and damaging winds in the form of a downburst. We have some dry air aloft, and that dry air can mix into our updrafts, and that can actually pull down some rain-cooled air down to the ground in the form of what's called a microburst. So we could have some downbursts tonight in some of your heavier thunderstorms. So that is why the risk is in place by the Storm Prediction Center to accompany those risks for hail, generally up to quarter-size hail. We could have, if we're able to destabilize enough and have enough energy for these storms to survive, we could have a few larger hailstones, up to 1.25 inches, perhaps approaching ping pong ball size hail. Cannot be ruled out tonight. However, it's highly conditional on the evolution of these thunderstorms, how they evolve, how they develop. There's a lot of what we call fail modes tonight, meaning there's a lot of reasons that could support severe weather, but there's also a lot of reasons that could help prohibit severe weather from forming tonight. And a lot of that has to do with timing. The cold front is coming through later. It's not coming through during peak heating like right now, where we have a lot of the instability to support severe weather. It's coming through tonight, so that instability is expected to wane just a little bit, but there's enough in the atmosphere to raise levels for concerns, which is why we have severe weather risk in place here tonight. Here we are at midnight tonight. A few heavier thunderstorms here, perhaps around the Kokomo area, getting into east central Indiana and north central Indiana by around midnight tonight. Here we are at 1 in the morning and 2 a.m. You can see northern Indiana maybe getting a break, but still could have some few scattered showers and thunderstorms, but more widespread showers and thunderstorms moving into central Indiana and southern Indiana by about 1 to 2 a.m. Saturday morning. A few of these storms could be strong to severe. Small hail, generally up to quarter size, and 60-mile-per-hour winds are the primary hazards here. A severe weather outbreak is not expected tonight. We just don't have all the ingredients together. We have most, but not all. So we can only go as big as what our limiting factors are when it comes to severe weather. And because we have some limiting factors, we don't expect a widespread severe weather outbreak tonight, which is great. But we could still have a few storms get an attitude, so to speak, with quarter-size hail and perhaps winds to 60 miles per hour. And we're also going to have some heavy rainfall. Something to note here as we go throughout the night. Here's 10 p.m. and 2 a.m. A lot of these storms across central Indiana are back building, meaning they're going to train over the same areas again and again and again. Our cold front that's going to be moving through tonight is actually going to lose steam. It's going to slow down and stall out across central Indiana, and the cold front's going to transition into what is called a stationary front. Stationary meaning it's not going anywhere. It's actually going to set up shop right across central Indiana and in northwest Ohio, and this is going to promote rounds and rounds of heavy rain and thunderstorms across a lot of the same areas. So we could have some ponding by tomorrow morning. Some areas across central Indiana, think Indianapolis, Muncie, down towards Terre Haute, Vincennes, could see anywhere between 2 to 3 inches of rain. Are not unexpected there, where we get those heavier showers and thunderstorms to develop and train over those same areas again. So be mindful of that. Watch out for ponding. A lot of our soils, although our river basins have drained, which is great, we're not expecting widespread flooding. Nothing like what we saw a week and a half ago, thank goodness. However, some rainfall rates could be heavy tonight, in excess of 1 inch an hour. So that could reinstate ponding, excessive runoff, and perhaps some swollen river basins as well. But luckily, widespread flooding is not expected at this time, but we could have some isolated ponding and water over area roads before our soils can fully drain. Here we are tomorrow morning. This is 4 a.m. tomorrow morning. A lot of us are sleeping in. Heavier showers and thunderstorms still ongoing across central and southern Indiana. Northern Indiana, northwest Indiana, getting a break. You guys are done, likely done at this point in time by about 4 to 5 in the morning. According to this guidance, your stationary front has sagged to the south, and that's where our rain and thunderstorms will be hanging around as well. As we go throughout the day on Saturday, here's 7 o'clock in the morning. A lot of us are getting up. A lot of us are getting Easter stuff around. It is Easter weekend, so a lot of people have family plans as well, so keep this in mind. Could have some heavy rain for our Saturday, especially across central, northeast Indiana, and southern Indiana. Again, the stationary front, stationary meaning it's not going anywhere. It's going to hang around for a couple of days. So we got another round of showers and thunderstorms moving in during the day on Saturday. Here we are at 8 a.m. Saturday morning. Here's 10 a.m. And then showers and thunderstorms still lingering around for the afternoon, but becoming a little bit lighter in nature, which is good news. And then our stationary front starts to move out of the way by Sunday night into Monday morning, leaving for mostly sunny skies on Monday. But to get there, we could have rounds of heavy rain. In fact, let's go ahead and show you how much rain we're actually expecting here across the state of Indiana. Here's our rainfall map here. You can see a nice general heavy swath here across central Indiana. This is the HRRR model, showing a nice heavy swath of 1 to 2 inches of rain, perhaps isolated areas of 3 inches of rain, from about Terre Haute, Indianapolis, up to the Muncie, Decatur area in Adams County. So going a pretty good swath here from Sullivan County all the way to Adams County, Indiana. Could see some heavy rain, 1 to 2 inches of rain, perhaps isolated areas, 3 and maybe perhaps 4, depending on where those heavier thunderstorms do set up. Without further ado, let's go ahead and I'm just gonna get something pulled up here. Here we go. Here's our severe weather risks that we have here tonight. We broke it down in a nice, easy chart for you guys to understand. The tornado risk, quite low here tonight. We don't have the ingredients in place to really support tornadoes, but we do have enough ingredients in place to support gusty winds and hail. Those are our primary hazards here tonight. The tornado risk is low, but it is non-zero. It's not impossible to see a tornado tonight. However, that is not where my concern would be lying. It would be lying with damaging winds up to 60 miles per hour and hail quarter size, if not a few instances of a few larger hailstones, perhaps up to ping pong ball size hail early, if we're able to get those isolated storms by themselves and isolated. Those would have the greatest risk for hail. We have a lot of instability to work with to help promote hail growth in the upper parts of the atmosphere. Notice down here, we do have a medium flood risk, and this is largely because of excessive rainfall. We could have some rainfall rates in excess of 1 inch an hour, especially tonight into early tomorrow morning, across central Indiana into northeast Indiana, where the Weather Prediction Center actually has a marginal and a slight risk for flash flooding and excessive rainfall across the state to capitalize on that hazard of when this front turns into a stationary front. Again, training showers and thunderstorms moving over the same areas again and again. Could have multiple rounds of heavy rain stretching from Terre Haute over towards the Sullivan County, Indiana area, all the way to Adams County, Indiana, and northeast Indiana, all at risk for some heavy rainfall. So damaging winds, hail, primary risk, tornado risk, quite low, non-zero, but low. I don't expect to see any tornadoes tonight in Indiana. It's not impossible, but I wouldn't worry about tornadoes too much in the state of Indiana, which is good. Another thing to talk about here is, briefly, is our severe weather preparedness. It is always good to know where to go in the event a severe thunderstorm warning or tornado warning is issued for your county. We are breaking it down into the best options and worst options for your location. Worst options being mobile homes, vehicles like your car. If you are driving on the road and you get an emergency alert on the radio on your phone, severe thunderstorm warning or tornado warning, it is always best to find a sturdy structure, whether that's a gas station, anything with a solid foundation is better than your vehicle. Air can get underneath your vehicle and you're prone to rolling. And it's just not safe in severe thunderstorm warnings or tornado warnings. Never take shelter under a highway overpass. Highway overpasses act a lot like an airplane wing. Air is actually amplified underneath an overpass, and it can actually suck you out. It's actually a very dangerous situation to be. Never take shelter under an overpass for that reason, as wind speeds are amplified and can actually create a vacuum and suck you out, and it's just a bad situation all the way around. Try not to be outdoors during times of severe weather. Campers. I know a lot of times, especially this weekend, we have a lot of campgrounds that are sold out this weekend for the first time of the year. A beautiful weekend to go camping. However, be notified and have a way to get warnings if you are at the campground here this weekend. Know where your storm shelters are. A lot of state parks and recreational areas have designated storm shelters, whether it's a bathroom facility, shower facility. Know where those facilities are in the event of severe weather. A lot of times in RV parks or campgrounds, you have a lot of trees, wooded areas. Campers will not protect you from falling limbs or tree debris, as that can actually puncture the camper's exterior, and you're putting yourself at risk sheltering inside a camper or RV this weekend. So do keep that in mind. Have a way to receive warnings if you are at the campgrounds here this weekend. Personally, I wish I was at the campground this weekend. It's an absolutely gorgeous weekend to enjoy the outdoors. The best options for sheltering from a tornado. If you don't have a storm shelter is always the best. If it is NSSA ICCC 500 compliant, that's the national, that's the national standard for storm shelter safety. FEMA safe rooms, great ideas if you have those pre-built inside your home or know where one is, but a lot of us don't have those, so where do we go? Interior room, lowest level of home, well-built structure. Again, put as many walls between you and the outside as possible. Think of it as layers. Put as many layers between you and the elements. That'll increase your safety, as well as putting yourself in the best foot forward for not only surviving, but having less of a risk for injury as well. A lot of times when you get flying debris, even in a severe thunderstorm warning, when you get significant wind gusts greater than 70 miles an hour, debris can go airborne. It can get lofted and blown around. If you're near an exterior wall, window, debris can actually puncture through that wall. And if you have yourself near an exterior wall, you put yourself at risk for flying debris. So again, interior room, lowest level of your home is always the best place to be in the event of severe weather. Back to the models here. Let's go ahead and time it out one more time. We see a lot of you guys just joining us here, which is great to see that. We got Josh in here, Carol's in here, Renee in here. Great to see you guys. And if you guys have questions, feel free to put them in chat. I'll be happy to answer them here for you as well. But let's go ahead and time it out here. Again, sunshine right now. It's actually quite hot. Most places of the state have reached near 80 degrees here this afternoon. Winds are out of the south-southwest, 15 to 25 miles an hour with gusts to 30 to 40 miles an hour ongoing across the state right now. Here we are at 6 p.m., 7 p.m. A few scattered showers and thunderstorms starting to form in Illinois. This is our approaching cold front that'll be approaching Indiana here this evening. As we go throughout the night, thunderstorms are expected to become more numerous in nature. As our cap weakens, our cold front is able to kick off these thunderstorms. We have a lot of moisture to work with too tonight. But notice how sporadic they are in nature. We don't really see a consolidated line of storms like we've seen in past events earlier this year. We see what we call isolated storms, where we see a lot of little pockets of heavier rain here. Nothing really super organized. We call this semi-organized thunderstorms. But a few of these storms could be strong to severe. Large hail being the primary risk, followed by damaging winds. The tornado risk is very low tonight. We don't expect any tornadoes tonight in Indiana. The risk is not zero, but low. It's very low tonight, so I would not worry too much about tornadoes. However, we will be watching radar all night, and if a severe thunderstorm or tornado warning is issued in Indiana, we will go live to cover it in detail to keep you safe from beginning to end. As we go throughout the night, here's 2 a.m. Right now, our cold front is stalling out across central Indiana. It's slowing down. It's becoming a stationary front, meaning stationary. It's not going to go anywhere. It's going to hang around for the next couple days, for about 48 hours here across the state of Indiana, bringing renewed showers and thunderstorms through Monday morning. Here we are at 2 a.m. Saturday morning. Heavy showers and thunderstorms still ongoing across central and east central Indiana. Here we are at 4 o'clock in the morning. Could still have a few heavier thunderstorms here. East central Indiana, all the way down to the Vincennes, Terre Haute areas as well. Bloomington areas could get in on some heavier thunderstorms, especially after midnight, after the 1 a.m. time frame. Don't be surprised to hear some thunder across southern Indiana, and perhaps some small hail and gusty winds as well. Cannot be ruled out. Greatest risk for severe weather will be across western Indiana. Western Indiana is where these storms are expected to first develop, and where they first develop, they could be by themselves, and those cells that are by themselves always pose the greatest risk, as they have all the ingredients to themselves. They're not fighting over any ingredients with any other neighboring storm, so those cells that are by themselves will have the greatest risk for hail, perhaps up to ping pong ball size hail early, and then transitioning into a pea into quarter risk later in the evening, as along with that damaging wind risk as well. Here we are at 5 o'clock tomorrow morning. Northern Indiana, you should be dry by this point in time, especially those north of Highway 18 or 218. As you go further to the south, south of Indianapolis, south of Kokomo, we could have another round of rain moving in by Saturday morning. This is 8 o'clock in the morning on Saturday. Some heavier thunderstorms potentially moving into the Vincennes, Terre Haute, Bloomington areas down there. A few of these could be strong. Damaging winds is the primary risk, followed by some small hail. This is 8 a.m. Saturday morning. As we go throughout the day on Saturday, rain is expected to become less intense by the afternoon. Scattered showers and perhaps a few isolated thunderstorms by tomorrow afternoon. So if Easter festivities, if you're anywhere in central and southern Indiana, have a way to receive alerts and be weather aware. Could have some showers and perhaps a few thunderstorms, so do keep that in mind if you have any outdoor festivities planned for Easter tomorrow. Here we are tomorrow at 4 o'clock, 6 p.m., dinner time. Could have some scattered showers and thunderstorms still lingering around across Indiana. They'll likely be light and scattered in nature. Widespread rain is not expected by tomorrow night, but we could still have a few isolated showers and thunderstorms, so do keep that in mind for your Easter festivities. As we move into tomorrow night, or Sunday morning, here we are at 2 a.m., Our stationary front is finally moving on out of the state, and with that, showers and thunderstorms will move on out and be fully exited by mid-morning on Monday. Partly cloudy skies start off the day on Monday before turning mostly sunny by the afternoon and dry. So that is a look at the regional forecast and our severe weather outlook here for the state of Indiana. And we will be live here tonight to cover in detail from beginning to end if any severe thunderstorm warnings are issued for the state of Indiana. So with that being said, if you guys have any questions, feel free to put them in chat here. We got Josh in here, Carol, Julie's in here, Jeff is in here. Great to see you guys. We got Ben in here as well. Great to see you, Ben. Let us know if you have any questions. We'll be happy to answer them here for you. It is 2:41 p.m. If we don't see any more questions, we'll go ahead and hop off. But if you guys have any questions, feel free to answer them. Be happy to answer them for you. It's a beautiful day outside. I can't express how gorgeous it is outside despite being on the warmer side. The windows are definitely open here today. All right, well, I don't see any other questions here for you guys, but a quick recap. Showers and thunderstorms expected to develop anytime after 8 p.m. here tonight, so a little bit after sunset. Could see those showers and thunderstorms start to move into western Indiana. We do have a slight risk by the SPC. That's a level 2 out of 5. We'll go ahead and pull that back up here to show you one more time here. Here we are. Here's this SPC outlook. This is the latest outlook by the Storm Prediction Center in Norman, Oklahoma. Slight risk in areas in yellow. That's a 1 out of 5, or 2 out of 5 rather, and then a 1 out of 5 for areas shaded in green. So again, greatest risk for severe weather is in areas shaded in yellow across western Indiana, where those storms look to first initiate, where they're by themselves. Those storms have the best potential for hail and damaging winds. Again, the tornado risk very low tonight, but it's not zero. Can't be ruled out. A brief tornado, however, unlikely to see widespread severe weather tonight, but we do have a risk nonetheless for those isolated cells that do sporadically become severe with large hail and damaging winds. We will be monitoring radar all night long to keep you guys covered. If a severe thunderstorm warning or tornado warning is issued anywhere in the state of Indiana, we will go live to cover that in detail from beginning to end. Will it rain all day on Easter Sunday? Asked Jeannie. I don't think so. Stationary front will be moving out on Sunday. We could have some lingering showers and perhaps a few thunderstorms, but a widespread deluge is not expected on Sunday, thankfully. I'll go ahead and show you what I mean by that. If you're just joining in here, we'll go back right in here. So here we are on Saturday evening. Here's 8 p.m. Here's Sunday morning. This is 1 a.m. Sunday morning. Here we are at 6, 7 o'clock. A lot of people are on their way to church. Could have some renewed showers and thunderstorms moving back into the state on Sunday. A little bit out of range for this numerical model here, but you can see some scattered showers and thunderstorms that are working their way out of Illinois into Indiana for Sunday afternoon. So widespread scattered showers and thunderstorms expected on Sunday before clearing out by Monday morning. So if you do have any Easter festivities during the day on Sunday, I would plan on scattered showers and thunderstorms throughout the state of Indiana with the highest probabilities across central and southern Indiana, south of Fort Wayne, Indiana. So do be mindful of that on Easter Sunday. A few of those could be strong, but severe weather is not expected on Easter Sunday. But we will have to watch Sunday night into Monday, potentially for maybe some gusty showers and thunderstorms. More details on that as we get a little bit closer. Yeah, no problem. Anybody has any questions, feel free to ask. Always happy to answer them. All right, well, I don't see any other questions here, guys, so I'm going to go ahead and pop out of here. If you guys miss anything, feel free to go back and rewatch. We cover timing, the severe weather hazards that are expected, and the timing and how much rain we're going to see as well. So great to see you guys. Again, we'll be live here tonight covering the severe weather risk if a warning is issued in the state of Indiana. We will be covering that in detail from beginning to end to keep you covered all night long here in the state of Indiana. Don't expect any thunderstorms, though, during the day today. Enjoy it. Go out to eat, have a picnic. Enjoy the outdoors today, as we could have some rain moving in later tonight and tomorrow. So enjoy the nice weather today. A lot of people are off work. A lot of schools are off work. Go to a park. Enjoy it today. We shouldn't have to worry about any thunderstorms here today until after sunset, closer to bedtime and dinner time tonight. And we'll be monitoring that behind the scenes, and we will go live if a warning is issued in Indiana. Don't forget to smash that like button on the way out. Stay safe, have a great afternoon, and enjoy the heat today. Although it's warm, it is an absolute gorgeous day for April, and we hope you enjoy it. Adam says he's mowing with a beer. My man right there. Yeah, enjoy it. Enjoy the weather today. It is absolutely gorgeous out there. Have some barbecue, get out the grill, enjoy it with your family, and we'll see you next time.